Do you need water? You need water? Here, I help you. Hello and good morning. That was yucky. Fix that. How is everybody? Oh, you found more food. Hello, hello. Here you go, sweet muffin. That's for you. You have to say hi. Say hi. You got your water. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Tiffany and Stephanie and Lisa. 'Tis time for the Chitty Chatty Pitty party. Let's get you set up over here. Hello. Good morning, Laura. Good morning. Daph, you gonna come sit with your mom? No, she's eating. And I'm cold. I've found my husband's old man sweater. I'll just put this on. It's a little big. But it works. Not as nice as my velour bathrobe, but it'll do, pig. It'll do. Hello, good morning, good morning. Renee is in the house. It's Tuesday. Chitty Chatty Pitty Patty on the YouTube. All right. Hello, Beth. Hello, good morning, good morning. How are we? That's too far away. My eyes are too old. I can't see. Hello, I have to pull you closer. Oh, you know what? The table's right here. And we'll get some Bessie in there. Oh, then I can still put my tootses up. Hi, Crystal and Lauren. Daff, we don't... She's gone outside. She's going to save the universe. There she goes. I'm going to watch the geriatric old people ride through my neighborhood on their three-wheel bikes. She's going to bark at them. It's not good because they all get worried and upset when they hear the bark of the dog. Obviously more so when Velma was here, but even with Daff, and they, you know, it's like, oh, don't panic, we have a screen, she can't get out. But anyway, so it's Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a good morning. Let's see. Second day of state testing for my third grader. She, we got her up extra early the past couple of days so that she could make sure to eat breakfast here. Normally she eats breakfast at school, but they told the kids that they should eat breakfast at home so that they're not rushed. So I was like, that's fine. You can have cereal here just as well as you can have cereal at school. So they had some Captain Crunch, and it was chilly here. I don't want to say that because I know you Northerners actually have cold, but it was 48 this morning. So my kids were cold. So they were in pants, went to school in pants. And come sit with your mom. You gonna come up? So we got them ready and out the door, and she said she believes she did well yesterday on the test. It was a nerve-wracking day for her, but one thing that I thought was nice that the teacher did, or asked us to do, oh, that is cold, Rebecca. One thing that the teacher asked that we do, and she asked us this last week or the week before, was to write a letter to our kids so that before the test, our kids could read the letters from us, and then they could kind of calm down and know that we're there. So I wrote her a letter, and I made sure not to do it in cursive because they can't read it. Because they don't teach cursive writing anymore in school. And so I wrote her a letter about how I know that she is strong and courageous and brilliant, and she's got this on lock. And so when she got in the car after school, she said thank you for sending her a letter, which was very sweet. And so today I told her, you know, you've got this, go get it done, get it finished. They don't teach that here, Rebecca, which breaks my heart. And, but it made me go off on this rant yesterday about state standardized testing. Oh, sorry, Beth. Because I just think that these kids are tested way too much, way too often, and then all they do is teach to the test, and then they miss out on a lot of stuff. And I'm not saying that we had a fantastic public education back in the 80s and 90s, but I kind of feel like I got what I needed to get through. And we weren't tested like this. There was one test at the end of high school. There was a writing test in high school, and then there was a high school competency test. And then if you wanted to go to college, you could take the ACT and the SAT, and you could go off and go to school. I'm also not a big believer in everyone should go to college. I don't think that. All right, I don't think everybody should go to college, because I think for a lot of people, college is a waste. There's 4 of us. When I say us, I mean siblings. I'm one of 4. My oldest brother went to college but did not graduate. He ended up playing professional baseball, so it's not like he had a rough lot by any stretch. He never graduated. I went off to school. I was the first to graduate. My parents didn't go to college. My grandparents didn't go to college. So I was the first one to have a degree, which I'm currently not using. My sister, who is 12 years younger than I am, is in the middle of getting her PhD. She'll probably never stop going to school. She's one of those, that just goes to school forever and has a billion degrees. And she's very good at it. So continue onward and upward. Go to school forever. I think it's great. And the baby did not go to college. And he does very well for himself. He's in AC, air conditioning, which is a major industry here in the Florida. Okay, so I don't think college is for everyone, and I don't think that we should automatically have a baby and think my kid needs to go to college, because by the time they're in 9th, 10th grade, you kind of know if they're going to go onto that track. And if they're not, there's a billion other things for them to do. Let's just be honest. College is not for everyone. And it can be a big money suck and a big disappointment if somebody goes and they shouldn't have gone in the first place. Okay? So I kind of feel like maybe we stop pressuring our kids to when they exit the womb to be like, okay, and you will go to a college and you will da-da-da-da. And it's like, whoa, maybe they shouldn't go to college, I joke a lot, but it's like sometimes instead of prepaid college, because I did not do prepaid college for my kids, go ahead and judge, I kind of feel prepaid bail would be a success story for some people, because have you ever needed to bail somebody out and there just wasn't any money for it? Well, you know what? Prepaid bail could help. Okay? Like, that could be a thing. And I'm being a little facetious and funny here, but not really, because let's be honest, not everybody is built for college. Not everybody should go to college, okay? Really shouldn't. Because there are so many other jobs where you don't need that type of degree. And you could go to a technical school, or you could do 9 million other things that are going to get you a really good job that you potentially could love and have a great passion for. So college is not the end-all be-all. And the amount of testing that they put our kids through in the public school system is a disgrace, because they have taken out so much of the curriculum that these kids need, because they should be teaching these kids to problem solve, not take a damn test. Okay? Problem solving is lost on our nation as a whole. Our kids do not learn how to Hey girl, hey, how you? Hi. They have not learned how to problem solve. And so I kind of feel like It's my job on the home front to make sure I teach them that because they're not picking it up at school. Okay. And it's not for lack of the teachers, because I wouldn't say that where my kids are going to school, I wouldn't say there are a lot of, that there are incompetent teachers. I would say the teachers are forced to teach the test. And so as a result of that, they can't get in the other things. Okay. My daughter had a teacher last year. I have raved about my kids' teachers from the beginning. I've really been lucky. But she had a teacher last year. They were out, they were gardening. They were teaching these kids how to grow stuff. They were then taking that stuff, they were prepping that stuff and eating that stuff. And they did this all year throughout the growing season and to the end, and making, I don't remember what they made, corn and some other stuff, but they grew freaking vegetables. They learned about the soil, they learned about the land, they learned about what would grow here in Florida and what wouldn't, and then they finished off the damn project with a meal. That was a useful freaking skill, okay? And I'm for it. Even though I don't think my children will ever grow their own food, there is something to be said about problem solving. There is something to be said about getting your hands dirty, going in, making something, growing something, being a part of something. And I loved it. I thought it was a great unit. I loved that they discussed it. I loved that she had a teacher who did that. And a lot of times it's lost. And it's not because the teachers don't want to teach it. It's because the state poo-poos over everything and decides, no, we have to have the nation's number one this, that, the other thing. And it's like, that's great and all. Everybody wants to be number one. Nobody wants to be number two. But here's the problem, okay? Our kids have lost the ability to have common sense and know the things that they need to know to get through a day. Because sometimes my kids ask me some dumb questions and I'm thinking to myself, how do they not know this at this point? How? And why has this not been taught? And I get it. Some things are archaic and they don't need to do it anymore. I remember taking a class in high school that talked about balancing your checkbook, okay? And I know a lot of people don't write checks anymore. I'm not saying that we have to do that, but it's kind of a skill. You know what I mean? I do still write checks. And we do still have to balance our checkbook, even though the checking is done online now for the most part. Everybody does that, but they don't know how to address a damn envelope. It's like, what on earth is going on? Like, I get everybody emails, but you still have to mail some stuff in the snail mail, okay? Like, home ec is gone. Yeah, my kids cannot read when I write a note in cursive to send into their teacher. I mean, that could be good or bad, but I'm just saying, like, nobody knows how to do this stuff anymore, okay? Math for daily living, Melissa, that's a win. Why don't we have that anymore? I don't know, but I feel like home ec really should continue to be taught. Okay, we should have these lessons in our kids' lives. They should be learning these things. I get that nine times out of 10 things are automated these days, and it's you're a dinosaur if you still write checks and blah blah blah. But you know what? Like, there's concepts behind that I think we should be. I'm hearing you. Oh, loud and clear, yeah. So to me, that's just, one of basic people skills. Guys, we need to revamp our basic people skills with our children, because I feel like it used to be something that was taught in schools, and it has been ripped out of the school system now because of all of this testing. And it's not correlating. Manners. Yeah, we've been hitting that one hard lately. My husband says our kids are spoiled rotten, and he's probably right. But they do have to work and do chores for said items. But we've really been revamping on the pleases and the thank yous and the checking in and making sure that, and they're very good to us. They just hate each other, right? Because they're siblings and they hate each other. So they have great manners with us. But then to each other, this morning, it was, I hate you, jerk hole. You're such a butt face, and then it's, yes, Mom, what's going on, Mom? Why are you calling my name? And it's like, did you just call your sister a jerk hole butt face? Well, yeah. Well, yeah, that's not okay. That's not very nice. Well, but she is a jerk hole butt face. Okay. So to us, they are a delight. To each other, awful. So siblings, yay siblings. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know. I was on a tear from yesterday. My daughter was all freaking out and crying before her state testing yesterday, and it just got me thinking, why? Why are we forcing our kids at such an early age to take these tests? And I'm going to also be honest with you. I'm not the brightest bulb. Okay? Like, it takes me a while. I have to read things several times. I'm dyslexic. Math is not my friend, but I work really hard. And if when I want to learn something, I will get it. I'm just slower than your average Joe at getting there, but I do eventually get there. Failed second grade. Nobody knew I was dyslexic. They knew I couldn't read. And it took me a long time. I had to do second grade over again. Okay? Been there, done that. Know what it's like to be a failure in that respect. But I feel like, yes, we do need to test them for certain things. Like, yes, we need to test them to make sure that they're reading on grade level. Yes, we need to test to make sure that they're doing, that their math is on grade level. But we don't have to test them, 17 times a year. Okay? We don't. And we shouldn't be forcing these teachers to have that unless their scores are X, Y, and Z, they're not getting their pay bumps. Because then it just gets all cutthroat, and these teachers only teach to the test, and the kids are missing out on other things because they want to be able to have a good standard of living. That's terrible. That's terrible. And I'm happy to see all these teacher walkouts and strikes across the country. Teachers don't make enough money. We pay professional athletes and celebrities, movie stars, and all of these people are making money hand over fist, and public educators who are out there on the front line, who are trying to and attempting to educate our kids, are making the bare minimum. That's a problem. I get NBA tickets make a lot of money, and their merch and the NFL and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It's a disgrace in our country what we pay teachers and other service employees. Because without teachers and nurses and mechanics, and although mechanics, I don't know, I've had a shady mechanic here and there, and they do make a lot of money. Service employees are not paid what they should be paid. Without service employees, nothing is running. Nothing is running or working. So why aren't we paying more? Why? I just don't get it. So I don't know. A little ranty today. A little ranty for a Tuesday. God, and it had me going since yesterday. I've been going on this topic nonstop since yesterday. So yeah. So I kind of feel like, WTF? Why aren't we paying teachers what they're worth? I don't know what happened. I lost all the comments. Are you guys still in here? Did I scare you away with all of my rants? Maybe. I don't know. Finishing my massive cup of coffee. Jamie's still here. All right. I did fit all 4 cups. Still here. Okay. Any hoozle McToozle. I don't know. Hi, Muffin. Hi. It's just, it boggles my mind, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, everybody's still here. I was just going off on a tear. My apologies. So, let's see. What else is going on? Not much around these parts. Jules, hey, I'm late! Story of my life. I have a shirt that says, sorry, I'm late. And it's like, nobody thinks that's true. You know what? And Philip agreed. People don't want to put the taxes in to pay teachers more, but I think that's BS. I personally would love to pay more on my property taxes to increase teacher wages. And I know that's probably because I was a teacher, but I truly believe that that we need to pay educators more money. You know, and of all the educators, I was a PE teacher, so nobody wanted to give me any more money. But it was like, look, I wrangled 150 eighth graders, sixth graders, seventh graders at one time. You should pay me more. Do you even know what it smells like in a gymnasium with a bunch of sixth, seventh, and eighth graders? Do you have any idea what that smells like? One time, I had an eighth grader. One time, I had an eighth grader ask me to go to the eighth grade dance. And I said, excuse me, son, I am a married mother of 3. And he looked at me and he said, baby, we can make it 4. I shit you not. I shit you not. This kid asked me to the eighth grade farewell and then asked me if I wanted to make a baby with him. Do you know what that's like? It's an utter insanity. Okay? Get out of here, kid. Get out of here. You're not going to ask. Then he's like, we go out to a nice Chinese buffet beforehand. I was like, who is this kid? 14 years old, 13, 14 years old. I was like, dude, I'm 30. This was a while ago, so he is a grown-up now. Dude, I'm 30. That kid, oh, he sure did. I will never forget that kid. But the point is, do you know what the teachers deal with on a daily basis? Do you know what teachers deal with on a daily basis? It's insanity. And middle school, man, of all the things I taught, middle school was rough. Those poor kids were not human beings. They were just hormonal, emotional bodies floating around all over the place. And the smells. Ugh. And now I myself have a middle school child. And the smells, it's like, bud, man, you gots to go shower. You stink, And my poor daughter, who's only 9, smells like me. At the end of the day, she has a BO funk that is atrocious. So I don't even know what's going to happen to her when she starts to hit the puberty. Because my little girl is 9. She's already got armpity hairs and stinks. Okay, so puberty is going to be rough on me. By the time I usher my son through it, my daughter will be starting it. It's just going to be a Rolodex of puberty here that will continue to spin and spin and spin. Another thing kids don't know what it is, a Rolodex. It will just continue to spin and spin. I will have the Rolodex of puberty for the next, 5 to 7 years. I was just counting. 5 to 7 years, I will have a Rolodex of puberty at my home. Okay? But seriously, man, middle school was the worst. Everybody's got a problem in middle school. Everybody. They looked at me funny. They said something. They didn't say something. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. The hormones. Ugh. The surging hormones of a middle schooler. I hate you. I love you. You're mean to me. It's just... It is. It's a Rolodex of puberty. You never know what you're going to flip it to. I asked my husband to get me a Rolodex. He refused. He said, learn to use your phone properly. And I said, I really like a good, sturdy Rolodex to put my business cards in when I meet people and to make notes. And he's like, that's what your phone is for. And I'm like, I hear you. But I really like he's yet to get me a Rolodex. He will not buy me a Rolodex. I don't know that they exist anymore because let's be honest, it's that, it seems archaic and nobody needs it anymore. But I would surely use a Rolodex. Love a Rolodex. Do you miss the card catalog at the library? Nobody misses that, where you used to pull the cards out from the periodicals section and figure out where it was. It was B18 and you pull it out and you would flip through and it's like, yes, My book is on shelf 18, red coded, barcode number 3CXYZ. Let me go get that. Then you stick it back, put your thing back. How pissed were you when you pulled the card catalog out and you were looking for this book that you know was there and you can't find it because some asshat put it back in the wrong spot? Hated that. I hated that when I'd go to the library. It's like, damn it, I know they have that. I know it's here. I've used that, the Dewey Decimal System. I don't know. I've been very nostalgic lately of the 80s and 90s and missing these things, which nobody needs to miss. Who needs to miss a card catalog and a Dewey Decimal System? I don't know. Me. And I guess that's what happens as you age. You start to long for these things of your youth. Although I can guarantee and tell you that I would not go back to high school and college. You think I'm awkward now? Good Lord. Yeah, me too, Beth. And I have been watching a lot of these 80s remakes. The Goldbergs I'm in love with. Stranger Things. Been watching a lot of TV that kind of do. Plus, I've been listening to a lot of 80s remixes on Spotify. I need to stop. I'm having a problem. What's happening, sweet muffin? So yeah, I don't know. I am gonna go on Amazon and try to Google search me a Rolodex. I just feel like I could put that to good use, you know. High school was rough. Look, not a fan of high school, not a fan of college. Wouldn't do it again. Wouldn't want to go back. I got carded yesterday at the grocery store when I was buying my summertime shandy beer. Got beer for my husband and I bought a bottle of wine. And the woman carded me. What is a Rolodex? The woman carded me, and I was like, okay. And she goes, you don't look a day over 25. And I was like, so you're carding me even though you're attempting to say I look 25? BS. So I hand her my license, and she goes, ooh, 37. And I was like, give me my license back, lady. You're the one that asked for it. Get out of here, lady. So yeah, so I was carded, and then she laughed and said my age out loud. So there's that. But yeah. I'm on the YouTube. Would you do me a favor and go on Amazon and find me a Rolodex?
No.
Please, I'd like it to be purchased. See,
No.
I told you he wouldn't get me one.
Nope.
I need one for my business cards.
Nope.
See, I told you he wouldn't get it for me. I've been asking for a Rolodex since we moved into the new office because I want to put all of my business cards that I get from people in order. And he won't let me have one. He's mean to me, guys.
Yeah,
Send
that's
help.
what it is.
Send help.
Yes, you cry for help.
Did you have something to add?
I have nothing to add.
You have nothing to add?
Nothing at all.
Okay, well, so that should wrap it up here. I'm 53 and everyone guesses I'm 39 to 42. I love it. Nice, Heidi. I was just telling him how I got carded yesterday because the woman goes, you can't be a day over 25. And then she laughed out loud when she read my age. 37? She said I couldn't be a day over 25.
You couldn't be a day over 25 plus 12. You put that in your Rolodex.
I'll buy a Rolodex on my own. I know the Amazon password.
You'll never use it. And it'll sit there.
I would use it all the time.
No, you won't. It's not like you just put the business card in it. You have to put the info in there.
Right, but then I would know. I could make notes.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't use it. Why don't you just use the app that you take a picture of the business card and it's in your phone?
Then I don't know where it goes.
It goes in the app.
Apps are in the sky. It's very confusing.
Can I have my sweater back?
Did you need it right this minute?
Apparently not.
You had a different old man sweater on this morning. Where'd that one go?
It was too hot.
So where'd you put it?
Away.
Where's away? Tell me where away is.
It's away.
Where? Where is it? If
It's
I go
in-
find it, where is it?
It's in the room.
Where?
In the room.
On the bed? On the chair? Is it hung up on a hanger?
If I say yes, will you leave me alone?
No, because I know you didn't put it away. He lies. I put it away. I guarantee you. I'm going to go look for it right now. Where am I going to find it? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Where am I going to find it? Okay, here we go. Are you ready? He says he put it away. Aha! Does this look like it's away? It was on the bed. On the bed. This is not on a hanger. That's not put away. His pants, 2 pairs of pants, and a sweater. Not put away. I knew it. I knew he didn't put it away. He doesn't put anything away. Yes. There is a difference between us tangible and digital people. If your wife wants a Rolodex, get it for her.
I'll make one for you.
Thanks, Philip. Typical man. Yep. That's right. That's right. I knew it wasn't put away. He lies like a rug. All right.
You done?
I gotta go. I have to do some things. If you haven't gotten the app yet, head over and get the app both for Android and the iOS.
Check out the new parents.
And check out our site. We have now added new parenting contributors so that we can talk to you, write, and discuss all of the things from all of parenting, from pregnancy through empty nesters. We've got information on that'sinappropriate.com about all of the things. Becky says, now you owe her a Rolodex. You lied on the YouTube. We all have it here. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow night for Wines Day. And if you're in Clatch because you're a Hot Mess Express VIP member, I will see you at noon. Bye, guys.